have just stayed in bed today. Yeah.
Okay. I think we are audible. I think. Let's see here.
You are hearable.
Alright.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
You are presently muted in the other one, if that's what your objective is. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot it does that. There we go.
Hey, I can hear you again.
Yay! Ness!
The power of Ness.
Alright. Greetings, humans. And others.
To all the dogs and cats and birds out there listening.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed.
Welcome back to another St. Jude stream. Even though we have technically already reached our goal, but nothing said we were going to stop early. So, we're back yet again with, today, more Genshin. We did Genshin yesterday, we're doing Genshin today, and then tomorrow we have something special. We have a horror game for tomorrow. But that's tomorrow. I don't want to think about it till then. So, we're going to jump into some Genshin-ness. And, as usual, everything is perfectly under control. We have planned out every minute detail. There he is. We are joined today, both in chat and in game, by the Spleen.
Hey, yo.
And he's a little under the weather today, so he may sound like a nose, but it's okay. We love him anyway.
Thanks.
But,
I'm going to stand on this lantern in dominance.
Yeah, you dominate that lantern. So,
Yeah.
to anyone who wasn't here for the last, I think, couple days when we were talking about it. No, I think it was maybe yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday, where we officially turned our eyes to the donations and realized that we were over by $20, which personally I'm not opposed to at all. We are greatly appreciative to everyone who has donated thus far. We are incredibly excited for getting past to and past our goal. If you want to still donate, you can. Still available through the About tab or the Chat tab if you're on mobile. And there are still links over on my Instagram, Twitter, and my YouTube channel for where you can donate to our campaign. Or you can independently donate through the St. Jude button over on TikTok, which someone actually has done. I don't know if you were here for that stream, but
I don't think I was.
yeah, we actually got a donation over on TikTok for St. Jude as well. We got $15 over there.
Oh, nice.
So that doesn't count towards this campaign, but it is something. It is money going towards a good cause, so just as well.
What are we doing today, Silver?
Well, today we're going to attempt to accomplish Ness, and in all of our detailed planning, we never actually decided what we planned to do. We just planned how we were going to do it.
Nah, I don't know what you mean. This was a great plan. Thought it out very carefully.
But were we doing the one weapon thing and one element thing?
Yeah, we're gonna try that. See how it goes for us.
Okay. What element did you actually have? Or elements did you actually have?
I have for elements. I can do air and fire.
Okay, you want to do air first since I already have that? We want to switch to fire. It looks like you might be ready for... Oh, you have one of each. Never mind.
Yeah, I am equally distributed.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
Okay. So, and, oh, I have my two girls too. So, we're playing, I don't know, you might call it playing the gender game today. So, I'll be fighting with girls, Splene's fighting with guys. Shouldn't make things interesting.
Nothing could go wrong. This is a flawless plan.
Absolutely nothing. This is going to be perfect, flawless. There will be no mistakes. Perfect run. Here we go. So, yeah, we're going to jump into the nest and honestly see what happens. I mean, everything has been completely planned out. Every move, every word has been completely planned. It's all scripted.
Right.
Just the tune to accompany
Exactly that.
if you wish to hear it.
Electro-hypostasis, maybe?
Okay,
Or
great
can we
idea.
even hurt the final thing?
Hmm?
Can we even hurt the final stage of the electro-hypostasis?
Probably not.
Sadness. What about the, no, that's also a bad idea. Hold on. What about the water hypostasis? Does that need anything special?
No, just killing the slimes, but you also have to kill the slimes with elemental energy as well.
So much requires elementalness.
Ley lines?
Fair. Ooh, wait, hold on. Can we fight the puppet?
Technically, yes.
How about puppet and then ley line?
Good enough, let's go. Time to get struck by
Okay.
lightning.
We're off. Let's go!
To be fair, we do both have we do both have characters from Inazuma.
Nothing could go wrong here. Let's go!
Whoop, wrong way.
Woot woot.
Yeet.
This is the greatest plan!
Nothing could ever possibly go wrong.
Nothing. Waiting for damage to register on this guy. There we go! Ah, I forgot how much you hit.
So, I forgot to do artifacts again. So I really hope that they still have artifacts from last time, which they most likely do, to be fair. Since, you know, that was the last thing they were doing.
Absorption test.
I mean, our energy recharge is going through the roof.
Ah, yes, I got the wet.
Yeah, you're weak. Attack. Oh, no. Ah, I regret my life. Oh.
Hey, friends.
This is going better than I anticipated.
What did you anticipate exactly? I feel obligated to ask.
I mean, I didn't expect this to be doing that much damage. Oh, but actually avoided it. That's a first.
To make adjustments.
Adjustments. Yes, of course.
Warlance. No wonder you're weak. I forgot to give you the one you're supposed to have.
Haha, I'm not the only one.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Ow, that's painful. Oh no, oh no. Don't worry, we didn't need you out anyway.
State your business. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Research has failed.
This is fine.
Everything's fine. I planned that.
Everything's
Ow,
fine.
ow, ow.
Over here.
Stop doing that.
Wait,
Oh.
no.
What's going on? What y'all beating up?
We are fighting a puppet. with a single element.
What element are y'all fighting?
We are fighting with air.
You know, the simplest way to actually have these questions answered would be to watch the stream, maybe.
Well, I mean, I just got on, so...
Nah. Why would that ever be a reason to not know anything? Oh no.
I bring healing. He moved again.
Where'd he go? No!
It heated itself.
Ah, why do you keep running?
Bring him to his knees. Show him the meaning of knees.
In your solemn matter.
What is that?
Got the achievement. What was that?
I also got sandwiches.
In your solemn matter, let no one interfere.
It's the end
What's
of the
this?
world!
Koshi no Omochi.
If you don't make me yo.
No idea, but I'll take it. Woohoo! We did it!
Did y'all?
I should gather this. We did. We did the thing.
How good was the thing?
Ooh, if I beat the puppet one more time, I can ascend Kazuha.
Well, I know what we're doing later.
Wherever in this world
Let's go fight some ley lines.
Gold or blue?
I would prefer gold, but I'll take, blue, but I'll take either.
Blue it is. Back to Mondstadt. Because ley lines everywhere else suck. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I'm good.
You are wrong.
You don't play this game.
Swap that. Oh, you started without me.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were here.
No! Minus! Why would you do this?
I'm sorry. I thought your nest was here.
Absorption test.
You show too much confidence.
Well, accustomed to you being here first.
Ah, the world is on fire. Ah!
Yeah, this is probably going to be a persistent problem. All things considered. Because, you know, squirrel. Animal test 6308.
He's already dead. Yay! This is going better than I expected.
Again, what did you expect exactly?
I don't know. I expected the single element team to be significantly weaker.
Okay, before we do something else, let me actually double check and see if these guys have adequate equipment.
Probably not, but when has that stopped us?
I mean... I don't know why I'm coughing, but whatever.
No one knows. We never asked.
What was that? Oh, it's gone.
The end of the world.
Can I go take a look?
Nah, we don't need the end of the world.
The end of the boss?
We can take that. I'm not against having an end of the boss. Ooh, sweet flower. Gimme. I actually need those.
I really need to stop
Look
doing
at
that.
look at you, Silver, actually caring about artifacts. She's on her way. You can do it. I hear you, but I don't see you. Oh, there you are.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Ninjutsu.
The wind knows me. Fallen adorn my night.
Animal hypostasis simulation.
Animal hypostasis simulation. Ow!
As it should be.
Come on out.
Useless.
Absorption test. Swirl Mark 2.
Swirl Mark 2.
Animal test 6308.
That's interesting.
I appreciate the amount of destruction this team is causing.
Wind strike.
Eh. Bravo! Jawohl.
Let's see.
Prepare to feel the wrath of the rock.
The wrath of the rock.
Why would you do that?
I'm looking to see if they'll drop any Marusukes.
What?
You know that strange mushroom thing that sometimes spawns when you break a plant?
Follow the wind.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Whoop. I just see this rolling ball of fury coming at me.
Animal hypostasis simulation. Absorption test.
Fallen leaves.
Yes. Let there be fire.
One with nature.
Swirl Mark 2. Gotta dash.
Clouds high. The wind knows me.
Oh boy.
This is surprisingly fun.
Stay clear. Animal hypostasis simulation.
Oh, whoops.
It's not every day you get to create vortexes with friends.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like a good vortex.
It really is. It really do be like that though.
So you can actually, like, amplify wind power?
I mean,
Not
technically the
with other
wind is the
but
amplifier.
yes.
Well, the wind is the amplifier.
Yeah, fair. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, Matsuki. Banko.
Ninjutsu. Absorption test. Swirl Mark 2. Hey. Make my
Are we gonna do the one weapon thing as well?
Probably.
gotta dash.
We'll work on it.
Come on out. Stay clear.
I just realized that guy existed. I forgot.
That guy
Absorption test.
forgot.
The Abyss Mage that doesn't really like taking damage until his shield is gone. And we don't have water, so it just takes a while longer to break through it.
It's okay. Once he comes out, we're gonna ruin his day.
He's gonna have a bad time.
Time to go. One with nature.
Don't you dare turn into potato on me.
Time to go.
See, you went perfectly fine. Look at us go.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. Oh, and there's the other one right over there.
Actually, there technically is one thing that could possibly go wrong.
Don't worry about it.
But it's very possible to go wrong.
Nah.
What world level am I? Technically, I'm supposed to be world level 8. However, my world level is turned down to 7, so Spleen can join me.
It appears I am once again spleen legs.
Spleenlings.
No, Spleen legs.
According to Vulpix, anyways.
Join the magic one? Okay.
That's my shelter.
You must join in on the nest Vulpix. We're playing with wind characters.
But yes.
Vulpix is in chat.
Apparently, she is Fang tonight.
She's joining on her alternate account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet.
Interesting. Let there be wind.
Love it when the weather's
Y'all. Oh no!
Oh, that's the exact thing that I thought that could go wrong.
Is that a wind element?
Is it a moon wind? Yeah, it is.
Pretty sure it is.
It's also flying.
You have someone who is not of the wind.
True.
This person is
See,
not
everything's
accepted
fine.
in the
That
nest.
That had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Ganyu was an ice archer. That was totally because wind power.
Doubt. Forward! Into the nest!
With exuberance. Away.
I can see the nest from here. Also, thank you for joining the
Oh,
party,
can you?
Vulpix. Thou art always welcome to the nest.
Wait, the nest hasn't made it to us.
I am the nest.
Animal 6308. Enhanced animal module
Fair.
75.
One with wind and cloud.
Excellent. The battle has begun.
I'll watch.
Stand clear. Absorption test. Swirl, Mark 2. Bye. Gotta dash.
distraction that has already happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. I see only Ness.
You would. You would. Pyro slimes.
Those are the ones that don't look delicious.
No, they just look spicy.
Fair, since they're made of fire.
Spicy.
No, they don't look spicy.
They look very spicy to me.
They may be spicy, but they don't look spicy.
Stand clear. That's not right.
Yeah.
Animal
Well,
hypostasis
apparently Iki
simulation.
is from the universe where things that are made of fire don't look spicy, but...
Well, just the way it's designed doesn't look like it'd be spicy. I mean, it looks like it... I don't know, it looks like a bubble lava.
Fire.
But
It
not...
does look like a bubble of lava, but fire does... Lava does kind of seem spicy.
I don't know, maybe I've just watched too many documentaries where it no longer looks spicy to me.
Documentaries about what?
Possible.
Volcanoes and lava?
You're the one that compared the slime to the lava. I'm failing to see the connection here.
Oh, wait. Wait, no.
What's that? What, is that a wind slime?
Yes, it is.
No,
That
that's something else.
looks... I don't even know how to describe that. It looks like the ghost of Boo had a paint job.
That's an interesting descriptive.
Well, also attached wings to its
This thing does not care that I'm
sides.
here.
Apparently not.
Adorn my night.
Pass out over here.
Nah.
Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis simulation.
Nope.
Woo! Hooray. Vulpix always appears on time for late nights.
Always.
Forward in the bananas.
Do you have the stuff you need to make your stuff,
I mean, I guess you technically don't have to only Animo, but at the very least we're going only Animo for the time being. We'll switch things up at some point later. So, Zhao has entered the nest.
The power of Ness.
I approve. This is acceptable. I also approve of the letter Z.
That's just bias.
So,
Not fair.
Chow needs healing?
Nah, y'all be fine.
I see numbers.
you do be like this.
Enhanced animal body 75.
Birds come.
Stand clear.
Just everything went into an inferno in like 5 seconds flat.
And look, Zhao no longer needs healing. Amazing.
Is he a healer?
Sayu is.
Who's Sayu?
Me.
The pipsqueak with the giant sword.
Hey!
Perfect description.
I do my best.
Could have also said the raccoon dog.
Make my escape.
To the nest!
Forward! Into the nest!
Mm-hmm.
And away I go.
Make him fall off the cliff.
That is an option.
You really like putting your stamina to work, don't you?
It is meant to be used.
Animal hypostasis simulation.
Yeah, but like half of the her drownings and
Where'd the electro come from?
murderizations could have from the sky.
Absorption test.
No good, there's two
I
of them.
tried.
When teaching.
Animal test 6308.
Time to go.
They can't even stand up.
Just the way we like them.
Perfect.
I'm guessing wind is the easiest one to use in elements for collecting resources,
Hmm?
but not for battles.
Depends on the circumstances.
Ooh, how they know.
Because it seems like
Hey,
you're
Spleen, do you
dominating
have any
all
Earth
the little
characters?
things.
Do I have what?
Do you have any Earth characters?
Earth characters? I
Yeah.
mean, I have some. I don't know. I
Geo.
can't remember if any are any good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's switch to Geo.
I can try. Let me see.
Feel the power of the nest.
Leaves around.
Looks like she's already switched to one.
Accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
I have Noelle and Ningguang. And those are my two options.
Yeah, pick one.
I'm going to pick Ningguang just so I can stand further away from the fight.
Aren't there only like 4 Earth characters?
Something like that.
So, tall, dark, and handsome maid. I don't know how to describe the other two. Female with the high cut slit. And is that a girl or a guy with the hair?
Beta was a guy.
Okay.
Lion dude with cloak.
I think she's in description.
Well, his hair kind of makes him look like a lion's mane.
To the ley line!
I thought you hated the ley lines.
What are you talking about?
Church is in the morning.
Into the nest!
Indeed it is.
Is he good for exploring with?
Not in the way you're
What about
thinking.
the other one?
Also, no. Not in the way you're thinking.
I'm guessing
Also no.
geodes are not very good for exploring.
That's not the determining feature.
Now,
His
where'd y'all head
stamina
off?
runs out very quickly.
I'm over at the next ley line.
Yeah.
Vulpix is
Hell, I got trapped within the water.
over there.
Over there is a great description.
I know. It's fabulous.
This is order. Solidify.
Once again, I haven't changed artifacts. So, into the nest we go.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I forget that a lot. Who knows, maybe someday I'll actually accidentally find a setup that works for them.
Perhaps.
As a good night show.
Excuse you?
Stone.
I will have order.
They're not doing as much damage as the wind people. It's kind of cool how he stands and it's like,
I haven't done my artifacts. I literally just said that.
Order guide you.
I can shoot rocks at people.
Solidify.
they're kind of like asteroids, not really rocks. Very geometric.
I'm sorry, do you not consider asteroids to be a rock?
Well, I mean, if we're talking about, I don't really know if I would call an asteroid a rock. I mean, it's.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Asteroids are no longer rocks, as is dictated by the mighty Efi.
I mean, they're definitely Earth. It's just a lot of times they're made more from metals.
I feel like there's more argument of asteroids not being Earth than there is of argument of asteroids not being rock.
I really don't know what to describe asteroids. They're in a life of their own, category of their own.
Now,
They're
granted,
like rocks. They're like metal. They're like Earth. They're their own thing. That was very geometric to be an asteroid.
you're the one that said it was an asteroid.
Well, I mean, it's like a giant rock thing falling from the sky, but when you look at it, it looks
Now it's a rock.
very geometric. It looks like a rock that a computer generated. It's some sort of sci-fi.
This is order.
Why am I just able to spam my awesome
Because that was meant to be.
I don't think this is how the game was meant to be played. It's working way too well.
I disagree. This is exactly how it was meant to be played.
Where is he? There he is. Okay, let me actually do artifacts now. Excuse me. 1 moment, please.
Nah.
What is the hardest element to work with?
Well, mostly that depends on situation, but and also depends on the goal you're going for. For sheer attack, the one hardest to work with would probably be
Whenever you
Geo.
need me, I'll be there.
Speak my illustrious name.
No.
Silver.
It's not quite what I was going for, but okay. Okay.
Are you prepared?
No, not at all.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever
Bummer.
it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is.
Very poor choice of words.
Nice.
Wait. No. Hold on. Wait. No. Hold on.
Think carefully.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Okay. On to the next nest.
You're missing the flower.
Well, I actually assumed it'd be gone by now.
Aren't you gonna take what's inside?
I wasn't planning on it. I can't afford it.
Oh, you have to pay?
Ish. You ever use the resource called resin?
Where's the next
I did
nest?
not realize that. Apparently, Vulpix knows.
That way.
I see.
I see, said the blind man to the duck dog in the dark alley at night.
I feel like the last two are redundant because the first two already exist.
I mean, I've told her this a million times. She persists to not care, so I've given up.
You're getting shot at.
No, it's okay. They missed.
Ah! I just got bombarded. What was that?
Spoon.
You.
Spoon. I feel like this is a ruin guard.
It's a ruined hunter.
Ah, yes, even better.
I will have order.
You missed.
Removed.
Gather.
This is equivalent to Minecraft, where it just be like intense battle happening, music.
More or less.
Rise.
I need to fight the puppet again.
Okay. Let's
I
do
have
it.
come for puppet souls.
With this team even.
You're gonna go so bad.
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything. It is raining. It tends to do that. It's very wet here.
Isn't it always raining here? Like, in this area?
By the puppet? Yes. Pretty sure.
So you were gonna say, like, he's always sitting in the rain. I don't know why.
Maybe it's like one of those, like,
screen is
anime
upside
stuff
down.
where, like, the samurai sits under the waterfall.
If he's going for waterfall, he's missing a little bit.
True, but, you know, you can't get everything. I see you have engaged the enemy.
Well, they're not supposed to. Ow.
Gather.
Time to clean up.
I totally meant to get smacked in the face. It's an adrenaline rush. Honestly.
I'm glad you got exactly what you wanted. Like, what you doing? Oh, no.
Solidify.
Gotcha.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Oh! I'll be right back.
Oh no! We're back to this again.
Long has a health bar of 7,000. She doesn't last very long.
It's okay, we don't judge you.
Solidify.
You only hit me with one of those, it doesn't count.
No, I just got back. Don't kill me.
Steady as stone.
Gather.
As a dutiful maid would. Blaze over.
Where'd he go? Reload.
Away from you.
Oh no! No, got you!
No, that's not safe.
No! No help!
No, that's less safe.
Ness.
You can't handle the nest.
Solidify.
Ah!
It's okay, I got him. I got him.
You got this.
I got him.
You get him.
To serve.
And there's one again. Ah!
Rex Lapis.
No! Linguam!
No, that was Ganyu. That was not me.
Oh. Wait.
As amazing as it is, I am still alive.
What is weak against the earth?
Nothing. Except some earth.
Very situational earth.
Stabilize.
So what is earth good for?
Shields.
It's meant to be defensive. It's a very defensive fighting style. It creates shields. By not being weak to anything, or not by not being really strong against anything, it's also conversely not super weak against much. And it is more geared towards surviving versus killing you quickly.
In honor of Ganyu, I shall switch to ice. Let's see if we can go for an ice team.
Nope.
In a trade war.
Yeah, of course, if we're doing ice, I'm obligated to switch to toe beans.
Every journey has its final day. Don't
That's an
rush.
idea.
Toe beans. All the toe beans.
So
Alright,
we're
got
doing
that.
ice
Now the
teams?
lady. Nice.
I mean, I'm using 2 chibis. It's not necessarily the pelt, but I am using 2 chibis.
Munchkins.
Do I even have a good ice? Let me check.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
That's an interesting thought.
If you lie in the grass, you can feel the itchy bugs crawling around.
Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the
Technically
moment
true.
you look.
I have 2 healers.
If you lie in the grass, you can also get grass stains.
Opening box of Adepti Drex.
Normally not, unless you particularly roll around in it.
KK. Nightfall picks.
Sleep. Sleep is weak.
Alright, Spleen, it is now up to
Okay.
you to have 2 ice characters.
Breathe. 3,
Oh no.
4,
Well, you have toe beans, and I'm not playing Kaya. Let's go with Alloy.
Vampire, goth, nun lady.
Huh. Let's go with that. Let's swap those for a second. Get the right weapon. You have the right weapon.
Everything is negotiable, except over.
You have no artifacts. That's unfortunate.
Breathe. 3, 4, and...
Let's go with you.
Everything's fine?
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Very sure. Oh, I'm so sure. The amount of sure being had right now. Through the roof, honestly.
Maybe you
Okay,
should let
that's good.
Spleen play as Tobeans and you choose a different ice character since you have good ice
No, this should be
characters.
fine.
But I have a better Toby.
We believe in insanity.
We also believe in surviving.
Yes, and because we believe in surviving, we should keep my Tobies, because I have a better Tobies.
This is an adorable mushroom. It's also an adorable frog.
That one, I guess.
Adopt the frog.
Not possible.
This game sucks.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Okay. So, doesn't help much, but, oh wait, where'd you go? We went to Dada Upa Gorge.
Should have a team of undead.
That's not a thing.
That is not possible. There's only one undead.
You also have the vampires.
They're not vampires.
That's not actual undead.
And even
Well,
if they
technically.
were actual vampires, there's only 3 of them if you count the undead.
We can stick the Undertaker in there. Close enough. Oh,
Hold on, is this thing on top of the cliff?
Yes, it is.
yes.
Wow.
Bad Nass.
Shaking and stirring. Think you can bully me?
Timing away.
Can't handle your drink? Huh.
Eh,
They have shields.
must. Keep it
How
up.
many
For Nass.
characters have animal features?
Not a particularly large amount of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5,
Isn't that many?
6.
You can have a team of animals.
Faster?
I don't know if Spleen has enough.
Oh, he has
I frankly have
Tobies.
no idea.
Does he have anyone else?
He has Tobies. Do you have Sayu, Spleen?
I think I actually just got her.
Okay, so
She's level
an
1,
option.
but she exists.
Do you have Sucrose, right?
Yes, I do. Oh, that's right, I forgot she has special ears.
That's another one. Do you have Ganyu?
No.
Okay. Do you have Yampa?
Oh, that's right, she has animal features too. Yes, I have Yampe. I forget these things that can happen.
Do you have...
Oh, no!
What?
I thought that guy was ice for a second, and I was about to cry.
Do you have Sarah?
No.
Go. The hunt is on. Your drink? Huh.
I could do a Sucrose and Yanfei team, that wouldn't be awful.
2 casters?
Not great, but most of my animal featured people aren't great.
In that case, sounds like I better bring healer.
You're stuck now. You can't run. Wheel of life. Punishment.
I just realized I was injured, and I'm not sure how I did that.
You got him, Spleen. I believe in you.
Look at you.
You got him?
Tail. Scratch.
Oh, I got them? Oh, hold on.
Yes.
Shake and stir.
Good job.
I thought you were just like, I got them, and I'm just like, you have them? Okay, got it. And then you're just like, wait a second, that wasn't the word you said.
Look at you, booze hound.
Savage. I don't think I have any more resume points.
Potato,
Hi.
welcome to the stream, Potato. Why have you entered
She's
in
hyper.
laughter?
Everyone run.
Actually, that's probably a good idea. I have tea with honey in it, so you should run.
Oh dear.
Why should we be afraid of tea with honey?
Because it's probably caffeinated
Because it's sugar
tea.
and caffeine.
Well, actually, I'm not sure what kind of tea this is, so I don't know how much caffeine's in it, actually.
Well, look at
Is
it.
it herbal or black?
Yeah, the jar's downstairs, though, and I'm up here.
Is it herbal or black?
Is it
I have no
black,
idea.
oolong, green, or herbal?
That's the thing. The jar doesn't say. It just says tea, and I didn't look at the ingredients. So here we are.
You should be able to at least tell if it's black by looking at the tea itself.
Yeah, it's definitely not black, I think. That or there's so little tea in it that it's not, like, much.
I'm glad
Because it's
we
not like a
determined
tea
that.
bag. It's just like a jar of honey with, like, the rinds and stuff cut up and all that. So it's not the thing I'm used to. But whatever, it'll taste good.
Are you sure about that?
Here. Hopefully it'll help with singing. Not tonight, but, you know.
Spleen. Animals.
Animals.
Lizard tail, pepper, starconch.
Oh, that's right.
What else do I need to create the most dreadfully disgusting cocktail?
Yanfei.
The Raiden Shogun is now level 70.
Woo!
Where are you? There you
And I'm all out of Hero's Wit, just like that. Oh. Thank you,
go.
Davis.
Do be like that. Alright. You can take that back from Ningor.
So what are we up to tonight?
We are playing with random teams.
Right now we're
Okay.
doing an animal team, so everybody must have an animal feature.
Ah.
Yeah, the
Thankfully, I think there's enough
randomness.
people to be decent.
The randomness comes from random things that make qualifiers for characters. Right now, it is animalistic features. I am featuring Tobeans with cat ears and cat tail, and Ganyu with Adeptus horns.
The case before us is a strange
And what are you featuring, Spleen?
unprecedented one indeed.
I am featuring Yanfei with deer antlers and Sucrose with deer ears, maybe?
Yeah. Yanfei also has Adeptus horns. As for Sucrose's ears, we're not entirely sure where hers come from. However, it is worthy of note that her shoes also have toe beans. So they could be fox ears.
That's what they do?
Spleen has been enlightened.
The Enlightenment.
Sometimes the
fine.
law's compatible with human nature, but sometimes the
Okay.
And just like thinking through
I am ready
characters
to
that
attend.
have
and it's all
that
right.
like foot shape to allow for toe bean. Let's see. I'm trying to look at Sucrose. Here we go. I mean, you won't be able to see the toe beans, but like the elevated heel is a thing, and also you can see the ears.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
Oh,
where
Sucrose
to?
is a girl.
Yes, Sucrose is a girl.
Yes. Come on, Data.
Uh-oh.
Potato has cursed the chat.
Ah!
Even the chat's just like, alright, I'm gonna head out.
I'm sorry, Potato. Did you think Sucrose was a guy?
I'll just have my tea.
yeah.
Ah, yes, Sucrose, such a manly name.
Oh no, that means...
And obviously that dress really highlighted the guy features.
It's a
Squirrel.
flat-chested person. You never know. Cross-dressing's a thing.
Oh no.
But she's
Pineapples.
not
Pineapples.
entirely.
Pineapples.
I'm not going to go into this. Never mind.
Pineapples. Pineapples.
Tiffany. What a manly name you have. Shouldn't. It's a girl's name.
Shouldn't be. It's a woman's name.
I mean, Wasn't Ashley a guy's name back in the day?
No idea.
Way back when. But same could be said for
You
Jesse.
yeeted my crystal fly. How dare you?
I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Sorry, not sorry.
There's a giant orb in the sky.
That's mine. Don't talk about my orb that way.
Should I start a new chat once you guys are done?
Go for it.
Yes.
Extinguish the fires.
Why did you extinguish my fire?
Extinguish
It's very important to me.
I'm ice. Your fire can suck it.
Oh,
Alright, starting one.
okay.
Wait. It's still like 8 minutes. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn off notifications.
Yeah, but we don't know how long the, we don't know how long,
Well,
I am blanking, fights will take, so
it's
it's
a good
better
thing my
to
mother
use now
hasn't
instead of
texted
in
me
the
how
middle of
much
a
she
fight.
loves me in the last hour.
Fair.
Muns. Nom, nom,
Mun
nom,
muns?
nom, 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 nom. Is there anything in particular that your characters need, Spleen?
Well,
I forgot to actually give Ganyu adequate stuff. So let me do that real quick.
I wasn't waiting for you.
You get a gladiator, you get a gladiator.
Hush.
everyone gets a gladiator.
I know, stereo spleen.
I'm not here for your mockery.
This is perfectly normal.
Normal, yes. Good is up for debate. I technically do have a random character picking wheel.
Oh no.
However, it has ads.
I could just write a Python script for you.
Get you and your Python out of here.
Alright, we're all here.
The game's on here.
Lizard tail.
No, we can die together.
I mean, technically Squire is missing.
Perfect.
What else do we
Yeah.
need to create the most dreadfully disgusting?
Though I think he has to do something tomorrow, so...
Boring person. Now, Spleen. Nis.
What? I'm following you.
What do you need?
Oh, what do I... Oh, right. You were asking me a question. Well... I mean, experience is always needed, but I can earn that later. Artifacts are useful, domains are useful for getting some stuff for some weapons.
Don't you have a level 1 character you need to get artifacts and things for?
Oh yeah, who'd you get,
I
Spleen?
mean, Sayu could get stuff. She's not really... I don't really have enough to make her much right now.
I mean, normally at
I could
this
always
point in
use the blood
time,
getting this stuff for Ella.
I would just-
No, wait, hold on, that's not the bow I want.
normally at this point in time, I'd just be the troll and be like, alright, lowest level characters, everyone,
I'll
go!
remind you again. The log is
But my lowest level characters are level 60 at the moment. So it kind of defeats the purpose.
Alright, if we're doing random, to give everyone a break, A teams.
A teams?
Hey!
That means they're highest level person.
Your best characters.
Thanks, Efi. I had no idea
Go
what
fight
A
something really
teams
tough.
meant. I don't know where I would have been without you today.
I just shut up and leave now.
Wait, what?
But also, I don't have an A team.
Oh,
Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict.
The,
Balancing the two is a discipline in its own right.
You want to bring the healer, or should I bring the healer?
Which of my healers has the highest attack? Apparently Sayu.
Ah, yes. As it should be.
I feel like this can't be correct.
Really, Sayu?
I feel like
Are you
something's...
sure it's not, like, alphabetical by element and stuff?
I literally just put it in ascending order by attack.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm like, because if they have equal attack, and then it just goes alphabetical by Animo, then Hydra
There
or
is no
something, I
way
don't know.
Diluc should be below Sayu. Something's wrong.
I'll remind you again.
Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be your strongest, but the ones that, you know, you've used a lot, can do the best, and all that kind of thing.
Well, I'm trying to find my character that has highest attack. But the system refuses to work with me. Goodness gracious.
I wasn't waiting for you. I just happened to be resting.
Well, Sayu has highest attack, so I guess here we go.
I wasn't waiting for you, Baka.
Sayu has 1400 attack. How much attack does the other people have?
Zhao's 15,
Wherever in this world I
12,
roam, I
12,
carry memories of my home. This blade,
12,
it is the last link I
11,
have to the land of my
11,
birth.
11, 10, 10, 10. How far do you want me to go? 9.
No, I think I get the point.
Do they have attack multipliers, though, that don't factor into their attack numbers?
You mean besides their weapons?
Yes and no. It's in their talents, and that depends. That's why talents are normally a big factor for how much damage you do, because they're the ones that dictate what percentage of your attack is factored into the damage.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna be going to bed. I got church in the morning.
Alright, night, Evie. Thanks for coming.
Night.
What on earth is a gilded scale?
Exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, it's from Azdaha? Oh, no.
Good luck.
That sounded like a keyboard smash name.
No, I mean, it's not awful. It's just I haven't fought Azdaha at all. Fought him
Neither
one
have
time in the quest. I didn't even know you got materials from beating him.
I haven't even done that yet.
Kazuha needs his materials for his talents to go higher. Oh no. Diluc needs talent books, and they aren't open today anyway.
This scenery is wonderful.
Well,
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
weapons, maybe. Ooh, we could hunt some, system
sorry.
mages.
Words?
I have done a fail.
Don't worry, we don't judge you. In fact, I could hunt quite a few system mages. I have 2 weapons that need them.
What are we talking about?
I said I could hunt quite a few system mages. I have a couple weapons that need them.
Not quite what I meant, but... Okay.
Woot, woot, woot.
One with nature. Chi-ka!
Why specifically nature?
Hmm?
Why specifically
There are
nature?
leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them.
No idea.
If you wish to hear it.
Diluc, you may have your sword back. I apologize, Sayu borrowed it.
Into wind. Cha!
And just this little girl came over and took his sword.
Hops out of the shower, gets dressed, goes back to grab his sword. Wait a second.
Something ain't right here.
Something's missing. I can't put my finger on it. Dad, burn it.
Feels.
This scenery is
It's like
wonderful.
running in a mirror.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Hold on, you gotta get right in your grill.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
You moved. What's up?
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Who knew? I knew, but it's
I'm
stronger.
From the future.
When you went angsty teen and got a red streak.
There are leaves around, and I know
Imagine
just
how I
how
come
to
back.
accompany
I
them.
need to tell you, the red streak was a bad idea. Oh, too late.
I mean, technically speaking, I kind of look like the dark one because I'm on the black side. But
I am the light-sided person that has come back to come to the
Wherever in
future
this
to
world
defeat
I
my
roam,
evil
I carry
self.
memories of my home.
so wait, the angsty teen phase with the red
It
streak
is
was
the
actually
last
the light
link
side.
I have to the land of my birth.
Yeah,
Apparently.
we go with that.
Then this analogy is falling apart very quickly. When your light side is an angsty
don't worry
teen,
about it.
you have to worry about what the dark side is.
This city is wonderful.
You don't want to see me on a bad day.
To become a wanderer.
The dark side is just a Karen or a League of Legends player, one of the two.
Oh.
Oof. Alright, I have to find some nests.
Alright, Ness, away.
Potato.
Yes. Is something
Sus.
wrong?
Nah, everything's fine.
Nest.
Ness Mugs 1.
What?
If this does actually go places, I would love to see a Nest mug.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Wait, why?
I don't know, it just seems like a great idea.
This is a terrible idea. Can we have a Nest hoodie instead?
I mean, sure.
We can do that too.
You know making merch is expensive, right?
That's what I'm saying.
We're planning for the future.
No, I gotcha. Ness pins. Not the enamel pins, because those are expensive, though. How do I know this? I have my ways.
I mean,
It's one of your special skills.
I would have assumed Google.
Now we're curious.
Up the wall.
Away!
The stamina meter be dropping.
Stand with
It
me.
always be dropping. Dropping these sick beats.
Damn it.
Climbing is for
More!
plebs.
Ah, slimes!
Aw, done. Got wrecked.
Just ran right through the meat.
Hello, slimes. Good to meet you today.
Boing. Oh, even
Fallen
better.
leaves.
Yes?
Adorn my night.
Yes, had to be done.
Flirting tears.
So we have 2 fire and 2 wind, which means we have increased damage and increased movement. Ow.
Perfectly balanced. As all things should be.
Everything is on fire.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Retribution.
Ow.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Oh, Where'd he go? I was about to kill him.
I think he flew into the distance.
It's just like, I got you now, and then just like Eagle just like, psych.
As usual, the energy recharges through the roof.
As it should. Masuke, got it.
So we still side questing, or?
I mean, it would definitely seem so. We're definitely in the side quests. Is anyone halfway between 70 and 60? Yes.
Murder assistant, yes. Assistant murder.
Bird.
There's a bird. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Forward into the nest! Well, spleen steals all my sensibilities. I'm gonna run this way.
I can see it now. Just like a mug or a pin with the same print. Not here for your nest.
I would buy that actually.
Clouds high. The birds call. Time to go.
I probably wouldn't buy that. However, I would totally buy Shazza with headphones.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of which, we'll see Shazza later tonight.
Oh.
Figuratively.
One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
This is ridiculous.
This does not get old.
Sometimes you want to challenge, other times you just want to mow down a bunch of level 1 enemies.
Sometimes you just want to get through all the nests as fast as possible.
Sometimes you want to throw them around like ragdolls until they die and beg for mercy.
He didn't get the chance to beg.
You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Did you remember? He was begging you for mercy.
I mean, technically, the Abyss Mage actually was begging us for mercy that one time we, you know.
Oh dear.
We don't mention that one.
I carry memories of my home.
We filed that one under classified.
It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
I just killed a bird with a sword. I am the greatest warrior that ever lived. Yeah, don't burn me.
Where's Beans?
Where's what?
Beans.
Beans?
Beans. He should be here, and he's not here. Makes me sad.
And boys at 3 a.m. looking for beans.
You boys, 3 a.m. looking for beans.
No. It's not 3 a.m. yet. It's not even midnight yet.
We can get there.
By the time midnight comes, me and I will have been talking for 12 hours.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah. Must
Almost.
gather, yes.
All hail the mightiness.
PK fire!
No, I understand that reference.
PK fire!
I don't actually. Ah, slimes!
Don't worry, this is intentional.
Where is he? You thought.
You thought wrong.
One with wind and cloud.
Apparently, you should not microwave raw spicy peppers.
I don't eat peppers, so I got that one down.
I didn't know this. Apparently, if you do so, the fumes are bad for you. So don't do that. This is your cooking tip for today.
I'll keep that in mind.
How did this become a cooking channel? There was nice flowers here a moment ago. Forward! Into the nest!
Oh, the nest.
I wonder if Spleen should have a mug that says for science.
No.
Yes.
Ah, slimes!
Probably already exists somewhere, but if I could find it, I probably would buy it.
So Spleen shouldn't make a mug that says for science. She should just have a mug that says for science.
Clouds high. The birds come. Into the wind. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
No, we don't let you stand up. Why do you ask?
What's better than one Diluc? Bam! Two Dilucs.
Deluxe.
Oh dear. Except my Diluc is slightly inferior. Just a smidge.
Don't worry, we can rebuild him, make him stronger.
No, I don't think so.
There is always a chance.
Oh, there it is.
Murder Citizen Mage? Murder?
Why do you want to murder System Mages so bad?
I need them for... I need their drops for 2 of my weapons.
And where is the nearest System Mage?
I don't have a clue.
Silver.
What just happened?
What?
Stream just went upside down for a few seconds there.
My entire life.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Okay, do you want some random stuff still?
Really, Spleen?
You
I'm
may want
already
to
on the
move.
verge of dying.
Die 2 feet from the statue.
That would have been unfortunate.
What if he used our least favorite characters?
Favorite attack lines?
Attack lines?
I actually have to
Or
go and
just-
read through all of them now.
I have my 2. I'm good. You figure that out. I'm gonna go find some nests. Can I find system mages in your world? This is an important question. This.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I can. You figure that out. I'll be back.
Okay.
Spleen looking for beans again.
Just see red hair flipping off into the distance.
For science!
For
They say that on a windy day you can still hear the cries of a single spleen. Yeah, my team.
Where are you, Sisengage?
Welcome to a primary DPS.
I think I went too far down. Gotta go back up. I have found you. Today is a bad day.
You want to have a bad time.
Potato. Resist.
No, we don't give a choice in this matter.
Resist just once.
Got her. Oh wow.
Wait, wrong button. Okay. We're safe. Let's go. We're fine.
Potato.
Let's go.
Auto finds the next nearest one? Yes!
Oh dear. Well, while Spleen does that.
Extermination Day.
Oh, no.
Ah, slimes!
Really, Potato?
I'm a prophet.
Feel this ancient power.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Disappear. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Now, where are you? Oh, there you are.
Enemy spotted.
This one tiny slime.
Boring.
Oh, you're approaching.
Moments of birth. Burst forth. Useless.
Well, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh well.
Evil conquering. Here. Worthless. Here.
The power of Ness. Oh, I don't like that one. That one's in the cold.
Boring.
I heard some Ness was going on without me.
Come into being.
It's not my fault you're late to the next party.
Live.
Get here
I
on
don't know
time.
what you mean.
Useless. Witness my great undertaking. Come into being. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. Boring. Lament. Worthless.
Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. No.
Oh, nice of you to join us, Spleen.
Yeah.
He was done murdering Sis and Mages.
I'm always up for more murder.
I found Kara.
A bagel.
No.
2 bagels.
No.
This is System Mage this way.
Wouldn't
I
that
must
make
commit more
Potato
murder.
Kara?
Hmm?
Wouldn't that quote make Potato Kara?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Heard something about Potato Kara.
Oh, I see. Well,
Well, wasn't she quoting the Kara part?
yeah, I was.
As I was saying, doesn't that quote make potato Kara?
Oh no. Oh no. No, what have I done?
You did it backwards.
Nah, we were right all along. You can't deny it anymore.
I'll just have my chocolate wait. That makes me more. Oh no. I need heat. No!
She's also drinking tea.
You're right.
Oh
no. Oh my, they can climb.
Well, that's not good.
I am the climbing king.
I am the one that climbs in the night.
I'm the one that drowns in the sea.
Well, hey, no. Hey.
Wait, did you just
No.
go to the ocean again?
No.
Sus.
We're on a cliff currently.
She is missing. Pay no attention to her. Spleen, why are you up there?
Okay.
What's this? A body of water?
Shut up.
Damn, it's rude. Did no one ever tell you how to die properly?
Once the snow is thick enough, we can eat it.
With honor.
Die with beans.
Once the snow is thick enough,
I don't think that's how that goes.
we can eat it.
Good.
Well, it's not a Sisson mage, but I found a nest.
Ooh, what nest did you find?
A Sisson mage. But a not Sisson mage.
Not just a name? Wait.
Oh no, she's seen me.
We can spot it.
I know that's just a mage.
It depends on if you count the
Oh, when you were high, this mage decided to come say hello.
Then what have you done?
I'm a popular guy, what can I say?
Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here. One with nature. Here. Worthless. Burst forth. Witness my great undertaking. Come as it be.
Yeet.
Enjoy your mist grass.
I did. It was great.
He just runs off into the distance.
No, I had
see
to go
the-
grab a crystal.
Oh, okay.
There's a Sealy right here.
The Sealy are much nicer here, from what it looks like.
They gave
I
heat.
mean, there's also
Very
a
appreciated.
crystal right here as well.
So there is. I'm gonna just stand on top of this to get out of sight. Activate, elevate. Elevate. Elevator. Fine, I'll do it myself. Here we go, here we go. Yeah!
I'm a head out.
I'm like Batman.
You definitely
Go up into the
successfully
sky
got it.
and then I show up behind you.
Oh,
Well,
Hello there. I am the Dark Knight.
he's just like checking off the clipboard. Right. Who are you this time? Oh, that's
I'm Batman.
I mean, Diluc kind of is Batman, though. Like,
Also, from Sisson Age, this way.
rich vigilante is very much a Batman thing.
I'm gonna say favorite aesthetic.
As in, like, overall design.
Yeah.
You're grabbing all the hard ones today, Tato.
I was nice at first, but now
I'm the only one that's actually changing characters.
Yes, this is a good place to sketch.
I don't know. She keeps giving things that all these characters already share.
Alright, I'm gonna have to change my tactics.
It's like best fighting team. It's like, okay, got him. Yeah, best attack lines. Already got him. Favorite aesthetic. Still check.
Actually, hold on now.
I see you are a man of culture.
More like simple, but sure. I like the answer better.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I know exactly what to do next time.
I'm concerned.
You see, when Ify left, I had a moment where I was like, okay, I'm gonna relax. But no.
We thought we were safe.
But it was me, Kara! Oh no.
Hold on, I changed my mind again. Did I mention
I
I
must
suffer with
consume.
indecision? I can't resist the temptation to have a father-son day.
I mean, go for it, really.
Boats
I'll
are made for
allow it.
transferring commodities
I'll
back
allow
and forth. And those that come
As
We
like a
appreciate your willingness to participate in this exercise.
I mean, I am a huge fan of found family, so I can't really say no.
Fair.
Osmanthus wine tastes the
I
same.
don't know,
as
does this
I
count as
remember.
found?
I mean,
Close enough.
It's more like made.
made.
I don't know.
Were the yakshas made by Zhongli, or did he just employ them?
No, he made them. Like, he actively created them. From what I understand, at least.
I mean, I guess it works.
I count it. I mean, he found it. It might have been after building it, but it still counts.
Yeah.
I thought this thing was over here. Apparently I was wrong.
Ah, slimes!
Oh well. No, I don't think this
Hold
one's
on.
slimes.
Almost there.
Never mind, this one's slimes.
It's always slime.
Stabilize.
Slimes. Why did it have to be slimes?
Lament one with nature. Cheers. Worthless.
It's always slime.
I can't really see what I'm doing.
Oh, I missed.
Into the wind.
Good thing you don't.
Worthless.
You don't need to see anything that's going on right now.
Order.
No reason in particular.
You don't happen to be dead, Spleen, do you?
No.
Oh no, he's
I just
alive. He
might have
just
missed.
yeeted his ultimate up into the distance, away from the enemy.
It looked really cool though.
It's about the presentation.
Presentation.
You may be a villain, but you're not a super villain.
What's the difference?
Presentation. Okay.
I don't think I can go full-blown supervillain right now because of the time.
Nah, what do you mean?
No,
Let
no,
me
no.
talk. Everyone goes supervillain
You
at this
don't
time.
just go supervillain. It has to come naturally.
What's that?
Uh-oh. That's stamina. We're near water. This frightens me.
You'll be fine.
Stay strong, Tato.
I fear no man, but that thing.
Zooms in on stamina bar.
It scares me.
It's terrible.
I'm a thing now, am Dad,
Hi, buddy.
burn it.
This is order.
Oh.
Gather.
So I guess would this be Dad blasted in this situation?
Actually, probably, yes.
Though according to Efi, asteroids are not rocks. So
Space rock?
That was one of the quickest ruling guards I ever saw die. That was amazing.
I can't see again.
Nice job.
There we go. Nope, still can't see. Why are we in leeway doing ley lines? This is a terrible idea.
We just followed the way.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna be nice-ish again.
I need to kill this age.
Last time you tried to be nice, I had nothing.
Okay. Favorite character dynamics, if applicable.
What does that
This
mean?
can be fanon or canon.
Like, as in, like, how
Define
they behave
favorite.
together?
Yeah, like-
Actually, not define favorite. Define character mechanic or dynamic.
You like how the two interact.
No.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Stabilize.
There we go.
Oh no.
Get back here! Who told you you could leave?
I forgot to ask.
Not you.
There's a slime.
There's always a slime.
They're attracted to me. Okay, character dynamic, huh?
Character dynamic. I don't even know. Do I even have characters that have a dynamic? Let me check.
There we go.
Official really only interacts with herself. I
so
don't
it's
have
opposite the
Zhongli
character.
to interact
You
with
can't pick
Xiao. I
official
don't have
characters.
Chi-Chi to interact with Hu Tao. I don't have Jean to interact with the Luke. I don't have anyone that interacts with Kazuha. I don't have Albedo to interact with Sucrose.
If you're having issues, if you only have like half of a team, you can like
What if
take
we...
your two favorite pairs.
What if we tag team on it, and then Spleen finds a character that he has a dynamic that he likes with, and then I pick the other one?
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I like the Luke's dynamic.
With who?
Oh, that's right. He has to interact with other people for a dynamic to be a thing. Hold on.
Spleen.
Don't make me pick Kaya.
No, I hate Kaya.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
No, child doesn't
I mean,
interact with Luke, thankfully.
He and the Luke have never met, so...
I don't know. I don't have many characters that really interact with each other.
Spleen, you
That's
listed
okay.
a whole bunch of pairs a second ago, and now you can't think of a single one.
Well, no, it's
Everyone's
not
working
the...
super hard. We
It's
should
not
be too.
the interaction thing. I'm trying to think of. First I was thinking of pairs, and then I remembered I was looking for dynamics that I enjoyed. I realized like Luke's thing with Jean and Canon is uneasy. Zhao doesn't interact with Zhongli that well. I could do Zhao and Zhongli, which we just did.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Sucrose and Albedo are just scientists together. Hu Tao and Chi-Chi is funny.
Okay, that's one. Yet another one.
Let's see. Official basically interacts with herself.
From what I hear, she and
can't pick
Bennett actually
official
have a really good relationship.
Barbara doesn't.
Did anyone hear me?
Sorry.
No, I'll take
Sorry.
that as a no. I was saying, from what I hear, Fischl and Bennett actually have a really good relationship.
Oh. Oh, welcome, Squire.
I'm down for that.
It's Beans!
I could go Fischl and Hu Tao.
Okay.
I support this one.
Alright, cool.
Excuse me while I change up my artifacts again.
I need to stop by a teleport anyway.
The most stressful part of this process is the constant changing of artifacts.
You made it to stream, Squire.
Yay!
This never happens.
job.
Hi, Mom. I'm on TV.
No, you're just on the internet. I mean, I guess you could make the argument twitch.tv, but...
Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things that,
That little Squire always dreamed of saying.
Indeed.
Since he was a young lad.
Having been on TV, it's overrated.
Also true.
You're on TV?
I mean, not
No.
right now.
Oh, obviously not now, but,
Ow.
Silver just goes all Hannah Montana.
What?
Like, you've got Silver doing her thing every day, and then, during performances, she suddenly becomes like, I don't know, some kind of pop star. The Silver alter ego.
Yes, I'm
Just me all along.
I'm
Silver.
actually a very
Pop star
well-known
was
internet
seen.
personality. I'm just incognito right now. Ow! You cancelled my skill! Stop it!
plot twist, she actually is the best pop star in the world, and,
Yes, the world's best pop star that also can't sing.
Best pop star.
I mean,
You know,
do you want me to roast pop stars?
No, we'd be here all night.
That also sounds like a pineapple
one
hole.
death battle.
Yes.
No.
It probably is. We're not gonna go there.
One time they had a death battle between Justin Bieber and Rebecca Black.
Does he even care? Oh, yes he does. Well, time to die.
It was pretty funny.
At least Rebecca Black has been able to bounce back and make her own music now too, so that's cool.
She got past Friday.
Mhm.
That's good.
It was kind of sad what happened at first though, because it was like she got to like understand, like she was like a kid. Kid doesn't need this. Kid shouldn't, not even need, shouldn't have that much hate. So
Right.
Fair. I'm gonna just stand in this like a little healing aura because it makes me feel good about myself.
Well, that's the thing. Like child stardom is very dangerous.
oh yeah, definitely.
Like that's probably why Bobby Fischer went insane.
Mm.
Then suddenly, chess.
So
So-
yes.
Pineapple.
Also, I approve the. I haven't seen the whole video yet. I've only like I haven't seen it, but I do approve of the potato opening. Oh, slimes!
Yeah.
The
Oh,
potato
God.
opening?
Fine.
What potato opening?
There's a potato opening in chess apparently.
Yeah.
It took me and it actually didn't take any time to me searching for it to find it first. I literally just found it. But
Oh no!
Stop it!
Holy cow.
Stop it! She's already dead.
Who now?
Yes, but when did that ever stop us?
And once again, I'm not sure if they want to.
Don't worry, we did.
Charity yet, but
We were ahead of the game.
those of you who have donated, thank you very much for doing so. Very much appreciated. It means a lot to St. Jude and to everyone over there, and we've done pretty good work on that. So good job, chat.
Very well.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's really great that we were able to reach this. Thanks for your help.
And we still have today and tomorrow. So if you do have any extra cash, any little bit helps, and you get to support a great work that's going on over there.
Really enjoy it.
Alright, next.
But don't feel pressure to do so. Cannot donate. That is perfectly fine. Still get to chill with us, and we don't care.
Because we are amazing.
World is mine intensifies.
Hey.
No DMCA.
I didn't sing. I accidentally. Oh no, not again. 10 minutes. Even the chat's like, no DMCA.
Okay, faster.
Fire.
Let's light it up.
We get fire.
Oh, that's always good.
That was piranha plant. Oh, slime. Never mind.
I was about to be very concerned, Potato, of your eyesight.
Well, I mean,
She does work
Do
off.
you know how bad my eyes are?
Are you wearing your glasses?
Yes, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see anything.
I know.
That,
You should be fine since you have them.
you heard it here, folks.
Or
With glasses, she still
it'll
thought the slime
leave
was a
her
product.
alone.
Okay, what's the next aesthetic?
Your your least favorite characters.
I hate you. Not everybody can be
Our least favorite characters or each other's least favorite characters?
20/20
Your
eyesight.
least favorite characters. I'm not going to be that mean.
Kaya, come over here.
Put me in, coach.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on.
This one, my favorite is I don't own, so I can't do that one.
Yeah.
Imagine being the worst player on the team, and
I
the
don't
coach
really
is just
have a
like,
least favorite, so I kind of just have to do what I use least.
That's fine.
Just imagine being the worst player on the team, and you're just like, put me in, coach, put me in. Then you finally get in
And I'll go with Kaching because she's rude when you meet her.
because you're up by 30 and no one cares anymore.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Not yet.
I'm going to die.
Give me a second.
I'm just gonna be here and eat my chocolate.
You're sadistic, you know this.
No worries. It all goes as fuel for us to wait for the day where we play the game that Potato likes, and then absolutely ruin it in every way possible.
Oh no. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if you play those on stream.
Oh, no worries. I'll find a way.
Oh no.
You are in
You will
danger.
find a way.
Actually, hold on, let me do this.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Divination is about precisely
No.
destiny.
No one's gonna play the
Over-embellishing
games that I
that
play.
fate only leads to
on-
misconception.
No, that's your job.
Chess, and more chess.
I play other games actually.
Not counting the other variants of chess, Squire.
Sometimes he plays Go.
I actually did learn how to play Go this summer. I actually did learn how to play Go this summer.
Cool.
Don't dice play.
Bless you.
No. Hold on.
Thank you.
What? Go's a legitimate game.
It is. It is.
Okay.
I don't think anyone questioned that.
I thought that's what that was. I didn't realize he was choking to death. Oh.
So
Don't worry, I'll be
defensive.
fine.
Oh, whoops. Oh, I had the perfect character for this.
I don't have energy charge right now. This won't go well.
But no.
Behold my support.
What do I have to play?
Ooh.
Tremble in fear of my buffs.
I rather enjoyed playing the Spider-Man game.
Oh, cool.
They have a new one coming. They had a new. I don't know if it came out yet or not, but the Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Well, that one came out, I think, last year, didn't it? Or are they creating a second one for it?
Oh, they're making one with both him and Peter. But I don't remember that one. I don't know if that's the one that came out already or not.
It depends on what you mean as with him, because in the Miles Morales one, technically he's there for like, a few seconds before he goes on his vacation.
Yeah.
It's okay. As long as it's not
Just
pineapples.
imagine being a superhero. You can literally never go on vacation.
No. All you have to do is put on a pair of shades. It's fine.
Well, no, it's nothing to do with that, because, like, if you go on vacation, inherently, something will go wrong.
Because crime never takes a holiday, and neither do I.
Decided by destiny.
Don't get frostbite.
Especially in Gotham City. Like, there's a reason Bruce Wayne, even though he's a multi-billionaire, will never go on a vacation.
Because I'm a Batman.
Because I'm Batman.
Speaking of superheroes, have you ever seen like how many people from the hero anime with underdog kid with no cord, My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Have you seen how many people are actually like on board with the whole Sting mentality? I'm out of resin, and I can't get more resin. So
Sting mentality?
yeah, remember how Sting is all like you shouldn't take payment for saving someone's life. Like the act of saving a life should be payment enough.
Fair.
Well, I mean, obviously. But at the same
Well,
Well, no, it's actually very incorrect. Like, yes, it's fantastic to save someone's life, but just because that's what you're doing doesn't necessarily mean you should be able to take payment for it.
yeah, it's just like it's good, but there's a reason why we.
you
Now,
still
granted, there are certain lines of work that get paid less than they should, but we do our we should at least endeavor to pay our firemen and our
Yeah.
and our policemen and all the other stuff that are in that line of work. Should be paid decently well because they go into the dangerous situations that require life-saving work.
Well, also doctors as well. I mean,
Doctors and
there's-
nurses get paid very well. Well, nurses get underpaid, to be fair. If we're being honest.
They get underpaid and overworked, and it is very sad.
Yeah.
But like his mentality was like, heroes, which is of course, if you know the story, is an occupation in that world. Yes. And so,
Well, I mean, it's very noble on paper, but at the same time, if that's what you do for a living, you have to make a living.
yeah, like that's what they do. That's all they do. And so, like, if you take that away as their source of income, it requires them to get other jobs. And like, can you imagine like being all like, "No, I can't hero right now. I'm busy flipping burgers so I can pay rent."
Right.
Also, I've started a new one so that we don't, run out during the fight.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
excellent.
I was gonna say, are you ready to hear me in stereo? But then I remember I'm always the last one.
I mean, we can wait so we can hear you in stereo.
Don't worry, we're patient.
There we go.
Oh dear, it's potato in stereo.
Oh no.
Hold on. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Surround Potato Sound.
No!
The potato surround sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I have arrived.
Yes, now we can all be in stereo.
This is a terrible idea.
Oh no. Oh no.
Saw you!
There we go, we made it.
Alright, let's do this.
That does not look like a comfortable pose.
What are we talking about?
Barely does.
Most likely not.
There technically are poses in this game. I just don't know
Silver,
if I
you
have
still be muted.
them. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There we go.
There you are.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, camera. Ba-doop.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Favorite ultimates?
You just know he's gonna bring the Luke back.
Well, obviously, the Lukes, you know.
Kazuha. Luke.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yes, yes you should.
I sense favoritism. I'm complaining.
You like ultimates, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Spleen, his favorite character, period's Luke, pretty sure.
One client,
In most aspects,
three
yes.
clients.
All the almost all the ones that Tato has listed.
I see.
Now I'm afraid. For no reason in particular.
Then after that, you can do shortest character.
Yeah, but I feel like we've done chibi teams before.
So yeah, it'll be Spleen and I, and you know, it's,
I mean, you know, you could be here, Squire, but...
Into the wind.
But, no, that would require a lot more time and effort than I have right now.
Verb, I know what we're doing this break.
Oh dear.
No.
I might actually do that during the break, like, there's a 3-week period of time where I have really nothing else going on. And,
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to.
Pikachu,
Plotting
I
and
choose
scheming
you.
on an ever
granted, that's
grander
not till
scale, no doubt.
January.
Okay, let's nest.
So basically, it might have to wait till January for me.
And then once I'm out of resin, I think we'll go ahead and move over to the preview.
Alright, Squire, so for the choosing characters thing, we're doing random things. So I've done, like, your A-team, your favorite aesthetic, your favorite character dynamics, that kind of thing. So you want to go for the next one after this?
Oh no.
Sure.
Don't let him pick. When he picks, I suffer.
I mean, have you not been suffering with my picks?
I'm probably suffering less. He sent me to the hydro hypostasis with Venti, Chungyun, Tobeans, and some other idiot.
You know,
Mona.
at the time, I was literally just listing off names.
Spleen.
Literally no thought to it whatsoever.
No time to lose.
Uh-oh.
Blaze over.
Ooh, you should do your oldest.
You can't hide.
Wouldn't that always be the...
You're not going to get different well...
That's the freebie
no,
team.
You want different option.
Do we want oldest decide starter team?
You would get Diluc and Barbara.
No, not the ones who had the longest, like straight up oldest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the starter team for everyone.
No, as an age.
I think he means age.
Oh.
That would
Okay.
be the same character.
Well, that'd be Zhao for 1 for me, because the old person.
Like, it would be the same people for both of us, I imagine.
You'd have, you'd technically, well, hold on. You'd probably be Venti and Zhongli, right?
Probably, I think?
What about the riding Shogun? How old is she?
She's the youngest, actually, I think, of the Archons.
Okay.
Even though she's obsessed with being eternal.
Mm.
I think the Dendro Archon is also one of the older ones, but she doesn't exist yet.
Next on the agenda.
Physically oldest age, too.
It would have to be the gods, whatever we do.
Well, I'd have Zhao and the Shogun, then.
Okay. I'll do Zhongli and Venti. Which I guess apparently his name is actually Zhongni, but that's hard to say. Because...
His name is what?
Zhongni.
Zhongli?
Zhongni.
Zhongli.
Zhongli.
Oh look, father-son again.
Zhongli.
Sort of.
No.
Or at least babysitter.
Wow.
Accurate.
No.
Okay. You should not have that weapon.
Potato.
Swap to that just so you're closer.
I had cold water and it chilled me a little.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you ever get chilled by cold water?
Say no more, fam. Say no more.
Say less.
Every journey has its final
Say
stage.
less, man.
Don't rush.
I hear my family moving.
You were saying.
You know, if they weren't there at your place with you, I would be concerned.
I sense a disturbance in the family connection.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a sixth sense. I can feel when my mom rolls over in her sleep.
That's kind of disturbing, actually.
Nah, I don't know what you mean.
Especially if he rolls over a lot.
I feel like that'd just be an issue with the bed frame then. Or like you have a super springy mattress or something.
Right. Well, seriously though, just think about that. Like, you're actually trying to sleep.
Wait, hold on. No one move.
And,
Get the banana.
Screenshot.
I dropped my brain.
Don't you have to have one though?
But you're
Well,
asleep.
I was letting know what happened in the past.
Oh,
I
okay.
understood the reference, but yes.
Don't move. Don't move.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Don't move. Perfect.
The world
Contracts
has
and
constantly
eternity.
centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
Perfect.
Eternity.
Transitory.
He would freak out over the terms and services stuff we have today.
Oh, gracious.
Oh dear.
What do you mean you didn't read the contract?
What do you mean you didn't read the TOS?
Oh, no.
Have you seen how long this is?
Mayhaps.
Is freedom truly freedom when mandated by a god?
Yes.
We're opening a can of worms.
What do you mean? It's a line from the game.
Oh.
Which you would know if you play.
What? You hear something?
Okay.
You can hear
so,
something.
Have you guys seen the Roundabout 101 thing?
No.
Roundabout?
Doesn't sound familiar.
How to drive in a roundabout.
I feel like that should be common knowledge.
Yahoo! Shine down.
Okay, so they have car A. You're yielding properly. If it enters at this particular time, it would be an accident. Car B, entering properly because there's no one to yield to. Car C, who thinks that they have to yield to everybody if there's a car anywhere. And Car D, sitting behind Car C and hating them.
Why am I not surprised?
Prepare to feel the wrath of the rock.
Ah, yes, Jean-Gli the Rock.
Jean the Rock Lee.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's the rock I summoned from the sky, but we can go with that too.
Nah. I like that version.
Jean the Rock.
Jean the Rock Lee. What are you gonna do about it?
Okay,
We're getting shot at.
I am technically officially out of resin.
Oh, okay.
Well, isn't there actually a character named Rock Lee from Naruto?
I wouldn't know.
I mean, yes,
Time for takeoff.
but... Ow!
Don't kill yourself.
I'm not trying to, it just happens.
Well, as long as it's not on purpose.
I will have an order
Think you can get away?
of the tofu.
You will have this order.
Yes.
Brace yourself.
Oh, did you see the comic that was posted in chat earlier, Squire?
Yes.
Maybe.
I think that's his way of saying no.
Well, I know what I'm presenting.
Oh dear.
Alright, it's not gonna be on stream, don't worry.
Sometimes I see stuff and then I'm like, oh wait.
This is order.
I mean, he may have seen it back when we posted it in the Discord.
I'll just...
But that was,
Also, which
that
chat?
was months ago.
Oh. Well,
Okay,
if I saw it months ago, I probably don't,
Again, the energy recharge is insane.
Yes.
That entire fight was nothing but ultimates.
so Squire, this is a tab of a comic about how the different characters in Genshin deliver food.
And is extremely now canon.
Here's the traveler.
So-
Here's your food. Mona Sprint does not cause self-hydro. Klee.
Yep.
Need I say more?
Zhongli.
You will have order.
I love this phrase. Oh.
That's too good.
It was at that moment he knew he messed up.
That is what
All I wanted was my delicious tofu.
I told you I'd have it here in 15 minutes or less.
Also, Potato.
And I always deliver on my contracts.
Potato.
Yes.
Could I trouble you to also shout out the person who actually made the art?
Oh yes, thank you. Could you tell me the author's name?
Let's see here. I think it's on the piece at the bottom.
Yep. I'd like to shout out at Mugs Draws on Twitter. They're the one who made this amazing comic.
Thank you.
It is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very well made, I have to say. But, just don't deliver to a military base because that would be a problem.
Please don't order from Genshin Foods. I don't know what you would call it.
I just have one question for the artist. Is it Paimon?
No, never Paimon.
I knew she'd get a kick out of that one.
Again, the fight is nothing but ultimates. At least from me.
As it should be.
Only
I'll be back.
Spleen?
So much for Eternal.
Oh, are you dead?
And I did not bring a healer.
Possibly. But
Could I trouble you to bring fire? Because, unfortunately, as much as I can toss him around, I can't actually get rid of his shield.
Again, I do this on purpose.
Order guide you.
Okay,
If only it
Yeah,
was
I'll get
raining
over here.
fire.
Stabilize.
you don't have the artifacts to deal much damage, but you will hit them from a distance.
But, yes.
For takeoff.
I would also like to shout out to @MugsDraws that I love Zhongli and Shades in this last one.
Yes, as it should be.
This is order.
And again, that is @MUGSDRAWS. That is, again, MugsDraws.
Well done.
He's actually a really
I still
cute
love
name.
how the first two are actually
Normal.
rather pleasant, and then
The last two are perfect.
yeah.
Yay. Yes.
We did the thing.
Not exactly.
We did the thing.
I was not exactly going to use that word. But,
Alright, so preview times? Or, well, maybe the statue and then the preview.
I wanted to exactly
Fair.
call it Cleopatra, but okay.
Wait, what?
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect!
that's not what I heard.
Yeah, that is...
No, I'm not going to
To
ask
ask-
now.
Let's not ask about and drop it like a hot potato. Wait a minute.
Anyway,
Drop it like it's hot.
pineapples are delicious fruit, and
You don't say.
Pineapples are delicious. I really
Not
love
sponsored by
pineapples.
Dole.
not yet.
I will say, though, I have had like a honey roasted pineapple before. It was really good, actually, and I'm not usually a huge fan of pineapple.
I'll keep that in mind.
Like, well, I do like pineapple frozen yogurt. Like, you know, those Dole Whip. Not the Dole
Right.
Whip, but just the frozen yogurt at, like, Disney, so...
I love Zhongli.
The juice can be
Yes.
pretty good. It is nice in macaroni salad, dump cake. You know what? Maybe I like it more than I think.
Me, I'm not picky at all. I'll eat pineapple on anything. Well,
You'll eat anything.
almost anything.
Alright, Spleen. You are being
Gotta
yeeted
clarify,
in
just
3.
in case somebody says something
What's that?
2.
strange.
You are being yeeted in 3, 2,
Oh no.
1.
No, 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 no! I'm eternal!
I mean, yes, you'll just come back. That's what they mean by eternal.
No, sounds like that again.
Preview time. Oh, no.
Man. No, this is pretty funny.
Forum online. Departure from
Pick
Iruna.
a Christmas movie to watch.
Initializing.
Lord of the Rings.
Downloading
Not a Christmas
fonts.
movie.
Logging in.
Then why does it have elves? Plus, Gandalf looks like low-carb Santa.
All I can hear is Squire screaming about Lord of the Rings, and then Spleen and Potato. I think I can hear Spleen muting.
No, basically, I was explaining why it's a Christmas movie, but anyway.
Die Hard. I haven't actually seen Die Hard, but I have heard that it should technically be a Christmas movie.
Well, the first one actually is at Christmas time. Like, literally, it is a Christmas party that's going on.
Alright. Here it. Now, Scarecrow.
Besides the fact that people saying that it can't possibly be a Christmas movie adds more credence to the fact it's most likely a Christmas movie.
Loading. There's yes, bird scarer.
Interesting.
But no, it was really
Welcome
funny.
to
One time
Sloppy
I
City.
saw
Looking for items and visit Solano's General Store.
a commercial
It
for
might
a
be worth
streaming
going.
for a streaming service, and it was saying, yeah, so this is where you can watch all of your favorite Christmas movies.
You want to enter the same?
And it was Santa.
Well, have a nice day. You look like a traveler. Well, have a nice day.
So basically,
Yes, with a giant sword on my hip.
indeed.
And the bow and arrow just sticking out through my back.
Hey, don't judge my bow and arrow. You know, cheese console.
Hello,
so
how are
we
you?
don't check each person. There will be no end.
So why are there sentries?
Just in case something does go down. Hello, Sololo. Welcome. Oh, I haven't seen you before, have I? You came to the city for the first time? Oh, you saw the signboard. It's nice. Yes, I'm selling lots of items. Wait,
But
the
what if
signboard
something
is a
does
scarecrow?
go down and they're too far away?
I guess that's why there's a lot of them. Ask me whatever you want to know. I'll tell you what I know.
What is the secret to life?
42.
I don't really have any questions. I already know the ness. So that's it. Thanks for listening. Here's a token of our appreciation. It's an old stock book. What?
So, Spleen,
I think Spleen's muted.
oh,
Yeah, he's being
so
called.
he is.
He's been called. And by
Yeah,
the way,
Cone's
do you have
probably
time?
there.
I may have... It must be some kind of fate that we met today. So would you do me a favor? No.
Side quest!
No, it's not urgent. It's an easy job if you do.
No
You can
side
do while
quest.
you're looking around the city. That's what they all say. Thanks. A blacksmith, Zaldo, is looking for some
Think so.
metals to create weapons. So I asked my friends to collect scrap metal. Could you bring it to Zaldo? As I said, he's a blacksmith. Thanks. Okay. Mark is showing at the location where the current store is.
Yep.
What?
Are you okay?
That was beautiful.
I don't think she was ready for that.
I've had too much chocolate and too much tea.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
You see, this is why I'm glad you don't eat and drink certain things.
It is also shown on the
he's
minimap in the
doing
bottom
this.
right corner. Check it out and find it. If it is not shown on the minimap, you can also
If
check
this
the
is what
menu
happens
character
when you drink
quests.
tea, I can't imagine what it'd be like if you drank, coffee or
Oh, I've had coffee. I just don't usually drink a lot at one time. Not anymore, anyways.
a Red Bull or
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
I don't think anyone's ready for that.
I probably just clip through a wall or something.
Oh no. She's experiencing
Actually,
poor.
that-
She's
that would be really
experiencing
funny to
poor
watch.
collision mechanics in real life.
I have so much caffeine that I'm jittering all the way through the molecules of the wall.
Well, I wonder if I find metal or strengthen weapons. Not really. What? Whenever?
Have y'all
Solo.
seen
Oh, it's scrap metal.
y'all seen the movie
You
Over
brought it
the
all the way
Hedge?
here?
Yes, I have. It's been a little bit, though.
Yeah, you'd be like Hammy,
I would have visited him.
Which one
Yes,
was
thank you so much.
I don't remember which one Hammy was.
the squirrel.
I mean,
She's not that bad.
On caffeine?
I mean, no, but after the caffeine...
Considering we have someone in that group that actually is that bad on caffeine, no, you're not that bad.
The thing is, I have actually had, like, one of those Dunkin' Donuts energy things before, but it didn't really help me stay awake. I kind of just crashed harder.
No, with me, there's literally no effect.
You are used to it, though, so...
I mean, that's probably true.
Mountain Dew, Smith team, let's go!
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can
Some
get...
real
Let's see if we can get to the dialogue real quick, and then we can get back to this.
Sure.
We are the superior,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Careful, you're dangerously close to the pineapples. Just shuts up.
We are the enjoyers of the superior drink.
There's a cutscene.
Okay, let's see.
The dew of the mountain.
Is this your first time here? You look like a stray, but I haven't seen you before, so... You're traveling all over the world and looking for a purpose of your life, aren't you? That's quite
He's
the
seen too
thing.
many protagonists.
It's quite the thing to ascertain just from looking at my face. I can understand... Cool? Cool, but like...
Cool?
Cool?
Like molecule?
I
Or
don't
Kool-Aid?
know. Monks, but I really don't understand adventures like... Oh, I'm sorry for meddling. Clearly we just want to see the world.
I was an adventurer like you once.
Fishing?
Or is it... No?
This
Fiction?
This entire stream is going to be me not being able to pronounce words because I can't English. Settle down in a place so we may think we are down to earth people. But we're living under the threat of monsters, and no matter how hard we work, we don't make much money. But I'm scared to go on adventure. I can't use magic. I'm sorry.
Lore dump. Resisto. I don't know.
People. Okay. So we have
You've seen enough protagonists.
Fishing, Resistal, Strays, Monks, and Kules so far. I don't have knowledge of machines and science like, Technista people. So blacksmith might be the best choice for me. Oh, I'm sorry for complaining. I shouldn't have said such a thing to you. Okay.
No, it's law of exposition dump. Don't worry about it.
Well, thanks for delivering the scrap. No problem. Please take an armor you like. It's a token of my appreciation. Okay? Please don't hold back. You look...
Armor.
It's too dangerous to go on with your equipment.
It's too dangerous to go along. Take this.
Sure, please, take it. I'm pretty sure whatever you have, I have something better already, or equivalent, but... It has a strange dent. Okay. I guarantee it's good armor. What? A dent? Oh, that's a slot. Ah, I see.
It's a feature, not a bug.
You could put a... Krista into it and enhance the durability of the equipment or your ability. Okay. Maybe Krista?
Maybe, if it's supposed to be like a play on the word crystal.
Krista? Krista. Yes. About Krista. You might want to ask a professional. I don't really know much about them. I'm just a blacksmith, so... By the way, why don't you go to the land under development and try the armor? Ah, the specificity here is astonishing. Stray people must be there to hunt the monsters. Why don't you talk to them? Okay. Lots of unfamiliar words. No dip! Need to go to the land under development and ask stray people about them.
I think the blacksmith has seen enough protagonists because he can tell just by looking at us. He's like, yeah, you look like someone who's trying to find themselves. All right, here's what you need to know as a protagonist. I would have no reason to say this in actual dialogue, but I gotta tell you somehow.
Well, I will go ahead and let everyone in on the secret. I actually have played this game a bit. However, I never read dialogue. That's just me being
That
nasty.
sounds about right.
Oh,
Welcome back, Sweet.
Yeah, but who reads?
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't read. But,
I mean, coming from a guy who is getting his second master's degree, reading's for nerds.
Reading's for noobs.
Why, thank you.
Let's see here.
Classic us.
I don't need any of this, so I'm selling all of it. But yeah, so long story short, I normally wouldn't have this much equipment, and this technically also isn't where you start in the game. But, I'm starting here because Nis. I basically had 2 previous characters that I actually had when I was playing this game before, and they're no longer here because I deleted them, so we can start fresh. So, we're going to be going through the Nis, somewhat from the beginning. This is a preview, so if everyone likes this game, then we'll play more of it. I am joined today by Shazzle. Everyone meet Shazzle. Say hi, Shazzle.
Hi, Shazzle.
Hi, Shazzle.
The enthusiasm through the roof, honestly. And we also have Shayla on our team. However, she is not here at the moment.
Wait, was that a Mark?
No! Fear not, lady. I have come to save you. Ouch, oh, thank you. I'm alright. I was just off guard. Sure, you're right. Trio. Okay. Drill, you okay? Hey, you. What, me?
Stop
yes,
right there.
you. Help us out.
You'll violate the law.
You've got to defeat the monsters.
You are forfeiting your goods.
Your stolen goods are forfeit. Shazzle, do an S.
Defeat all the colons? I'm sorry, are we talking about the double period mark, or are we talking about the... I don't know.
I'm gonna say neither, because these don't look like either of those.
They look kind of like onions, actually.
I was thinking acorns, but that works
actually,
too.
yeah, that fits a bit better.
Blaft. That's unfortunate. You okay? Yeah, I'm alright. Maybe it's Balft. Balft is just as unfortunate. It was better at Blaft. You look like a stranger here. Who are you? Balft, that's so rude. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Let us introduce ourselves first. That's unfortunate. I'm Balft, and this is my sister Triel. We're taking up lodge in this city and hunting monsters on the land under development. You mean here? In ruins to make money for our travel. So may I have your name? I'm Children. I see, you're no, I'm not Stray. You're Stray
My
too.
name is Stray.
It would be nice if we could... Oh. Look, Pal, this traveler doesn't have the badge. I'm pretty sure I have a badge. What? Hey, where's your badge? Don't know what it is. Were you raised by wolves or something? That's going too far,
Yes.
Balft. With a name like
Yeah,
that, can he go too far? Look at this traveler. Looks like this traveler hasn't heard of it. But you know, Stray refer to people who are traveling all over the world looking for their... But you know, Stray refers to people who are traveling all over the world looking for their life's purpose, don't you?
Protagonists.
We Stray people are traveling with the help of the supporters and our people there. And other people there. The supporters? We need to have a badge to identify ourselves as an official Stray person. I think I was telling Selena about this earlier. Yes, that's my emotion exactly. Didn't know that? You're so ignorant. Alright, I got...
The name suits you.
I got back the badges from the bandits the other day, so I can give you one. Gee, thanks. No, I can't give you for free. Get 5 herbs from the plant-like creatures. Are you talking about the colons? And there's a colon that looks like the leader of the monsters there. Defeat it too. Hey, don't risk your life, okay? It'll leave a bad taste in my mouth if you die because of my order. Please be careful. Why are you okay with this? Apparently
Because
I already
they're
have
teaching you
leaves.
about side quests.
Well, joke's on them. I already have 5 colon leaves, which means all I have to do is smack the big colon over here, I guess. Get dunked on! Hold on. Wait. Cutscene. Wait.
Yeah, dunk.
Okay, now get dunked on!
If we're really friends, you won't come back.
Oh, wow.
Dunk on them.
I'm dunking! Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
That was Shadow, not me.
So much.
You got me. Why do you talk? You don't look like you should be able to talk.
There are many questions.
I need answers.
Do they really? Hello, Triel. Is that how you say your name? Wow, that was fast. I mean... Was it too hard, just as I thought? Don't worry, What? You have the herbs? And you defeated the leader of the monsters? You got me.
I
Now
have the
fulfill my
herbs.
promise. Let's perform the ceremony, but first... No, wait. But it's simplified. In the names of the 12 gods, thou shalt receive a stray badge. 12?
By the 9 divines.
That's it, hey? Now you're the owner of this badge. Yay.
Ta-da.
Congratulations,
Chest
you are a
drops from the
stray from
sky.
now on. Right, Black? Good for you. You must be honored to... Ouch, hey! It's nothing. What's the ouch for?
He's gonna die.
To tell the truth, we were asked to collect the herbs by a synthesist? Numbia? Numbia in the city?
Mubia?
Mubia.
Nubia? Words.
Mubia.
Can you deliver them to person to get the pay? Bluff, you're asking too much. Oh, No, I mean, sorry. Wow. This guy's all over the place. Is it just me?
Yeah.
But we can't leave this place because we were requested to guard it. We received the pay in advance, so... Is that okay for you?
I don't see how that's my
I
problem.
gotta scold him later. Thank you so much. Fine. I'll deliver your
Y'all
wish.
sure these two can handle it?
I mean... I'm not sure of anything at this point in time. I only half know what's going on because when I played this way back when, it was a long time ago. Now, to be fair, from what I've seen, not a whole lot has changed, but... Hi, welcome. How can I help you today? Oh...
Exposition. Stat.
From Blafton Trail, right? Thank you so much. Oh, but I haven't seen you before, have I? You came to this city for the first time? Yes, what of it? I see, it's a large city, isn't it? I mean, it's okay. But half of the city was lost to the...
As I said, exposition.
Exposition, hand it over.
Half of the city was lost to cataclysm long ago.
Why do you need
was
to tell me that then?
was about to disappear.
Wow.
But now it's the largest city around here. Look at the new buildings. Which ones are the new ones? It's all thanks to Pino, the goddess of wisdom. Oh, look. Oh, looks like I'm talking too much. Thanks for the delivery. Everyone here talks too much.
What on earth is going on?
I don't know.
Exposition.
See you.
What
You want to ask something? Sure, ask me anything. No, I have no questions. Please don't say anything else.
Please give me the entire history of this place. Oh no.
Oh yeah, all right. This? It's I asked Trin. Every Krista has its own abilities. No, that's not word. Attributes. And when you put it in an equipment, you can use it, and you can use its power. Okay. Oh yes. Do you have equipment with a slot? Great, you have one. This is a special gift for you. Try it on. Here you are. Try what on? No, she gave me a Krista. Thank you. If you want to synthesize something, come to me. You're welcome. Bye.
I never said thank you.
Who said you were thanked?
I just want to see something like where the protagonist is going through and like all these people are just lore dumping on them. It's like, thank you, but I don't need to know. I took history class and 500 years ago.
I apologize for the trouble. Blaft, do you have something to say? I'm sorry. What? Oh, the pay for the herbs. Thank you.
Oh, you should totally keep that.
It's really not much, but please receive the money. Oh, thanks.
As it should be.
Hey, that's too much, Tree. It was the traveler who collected the herbs, not us. Fine. Take that money. Thanks.
How did he get the money if we handed it to Triel and she handed it back? How did then he point to us to say, take the money?
I don't know. Somebody help!
I refuse. This
what
is
happened?
not my problem.
The person in the back is just like casually walking.
I think she's just over it. We found a golem in perfect condition, but this stupid guy connected the cable before we could control the magic, and the golem woke up, going out of control. Okay. What did you say? I asked thousands of times if you use the magic. You just gave me vague answers, and that's it. And that's why it happened. Enough, you both are responsible for that. Sorry to bother you, but Mr. Blav, could you stop the golem so it won't get out? We'll find the way to turn off the golem. You may break it down if it tries to get out. What? Break it down? How long do you think it took to find a golem in excellent condition? He's right, we spent enormous time and money to... Shut up! If you don't want that, beat your brains out. Oh dear. She really is over it.
Going on.
We need to hurry, Blaft.
And frankly, I'm not sure if I want to.
Yeah, but it's in the ruins. It might be too hard for us, just the two of us to find. Is this about to be my problem? This is about to be my problem, isn't it? Hey, did you hear that? Can you stop the golem with us? No.
No, I'm going home.
You look like a beginner adventurer, but we need the help.
Ah, yes, a beginner adventurer.
We need all the help we can get. Yes, I have.
You're just trying to make me amused. I see where this is going.
Please, we need your help. No, you really don't.
Great,
thanks. The golem is in the rooms right up ahead. I don't want to go to the ruins.
You already know where it is?
I guess. You'll see it's quite strange inside the ruins. Even skilled scholars get lost there. Why are you taking me?
Well,
the ruins are filled with many traps.
Scholars only get lost because they kept staring at the books and tripped over themselves and forgot where they were going.
Oh dear. First you search for the golem. When you find the golem, call us. You got it? Alright, let's go. Are you sending me by myself? How is this a good idea?
The ruins are filled with many puzzles. Combinations between diversions and door keys. Please adjust yourself to the sight of them.
Which way am I going? This way? Okay.
We haven't even gotten into the ruins.
Into the nest! Yay, nest. Can I kill things here? I sure can. Ooh. I'm not actually equipped to perform adequate killing of things. So I rely heavily on Chasm. Fear not, when things get too close, I have a katana.
As it should be.
Ah, yes, it's so dangerous. 1 damage.
No.
It's like, they're like the slimes from Genshin.
No, slime!
Slimes!
Into the rings! I mean, it might be slightly cheating that I already know where this thing is, but we're just gonna go ahead and speed over there. Because, it's actually impossible to get lost in here because it's a straight shot. Except for this one area that, oh no, splits 2 ways that actually meet up on the other side because the area is shaped like a circle.
So, remind me why scholars are getting lost in here?
Well,
Well,
clearly
we just
like
met 3 of them.
explains
They're all idiots.
Forward! Hop! Ness? Where's the column? Yes? There it is. Hello. Oh. Ooh, he's clearly so happy to see me.
Yes, that was obviously a hug tactic.
Hug of death.
It's clearly an advanced technique.
The strong light made the golem sluggish. Okay.
Yeah.
Now's your
I
chance.
see.
Go!
Oh, you actually showed up, thanks.
I don't recall calling.
It was
Also-
the scream of the exclamation points.
Shazzle, go!
Oh, look at them go.
Yeah, so dangerous. Oh.
Hooray, we did it. Yay. Yay.
Story mission completed.
Oh, we... Excuse me. No.
Broken.
But I'm not mad. Who broke it? It was me, I broke it. No, you didn't.
Now to be
You can
upset,
bring
but there was
Val.
no choice. It was too
He's a
dangerous.
resident idiot.
What's wrong, the light? Oh, you don't know holy gems.
Oh no, not again. Not exposition again.
You'd be in trouble without them if you face strong monsters like that. Take some.
I love how we're like adventurers in this world, but it's almost as if we're just a sudden character dropped in and not someone who's actually lived in here for our entire lives.
I mean, to be fair, we are adventurers.
I mean, this adventurer must have at least taken, or if not taken a history class, at least known some of the history.
We know 0 basic history. We know 0 thing about these gems that help basic armor. We know 0 about these holy light gems to fight powerful enemies.
So what you're saying is we just know 0.
Yeah, basically.
Well, except we know how to use weapons real good for reasons.
Before that, you need to report to York and the others. Well, I'll see you... I'll tell you sometime. Take care. Okay.
It's almost worse.
No, I much prefer him shutting up. I really appreciate your help. By the way, are you staying in Sophia? Words?
Sophia?
Then we can meet soon. I hope you,
please, no.
I hope
Just
you
like,
can help
are
me
you staying
again.
in Sophia City? Suddenly I feel the urge to move.
I was, but now that you've asked.
Don't worry, then they'll take it as a sign of affection.
Have fun storming the castle. Think it'll work. It'd take a
The
miracle.
holy gems that Black gave you are supporting items for boss battles. If you use the item, you can improve your stats and weaken boss monsters during the battle. You can buy holy gems at general store or create at Synthesist. Okay, nothing, let's go, please. Let me out of here. Get me off this plane.
Get me off this plane.
No.
Get me off this. Alright. Any questions? Ma'am? Yes. Why is there so much exposition? That's a great question, baby. Why is there so much exposition? And the only thing going over through the plane speakers is just Balft. Just droning on and on and on.
Somehow that's even better. Dramatic walking. Person in green. Oh, you must be the stray adventurer who came to the city recently. Why do you already know that? Why does one person coming to this town prompt everyone knowing that I'm here?
Like, this is a big city, right?
And you're actually
They literally said that there would be no end to people coming through if they checked everyone at the gate.
Like, is the highest there in the sentry guard like super lazy, or are there actually a lot of people here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm a government officer of the... It's very vague, sir.
Let me introduce myself. I'd rather you didn't.
Yes.
Wait, why?
Officer. I was ordered to invite you to the government office by the chief counsel.
I just got here.
I hate to bother you, but could you come to the shrine inside the government office? Yes, I'm afraid, but now would be...
you can't make me.
I don't think we have a choice.
I appreciate your cooperation. I'll go back first to report it. We'll be waiting for you.
I refuse. I'm going home. None of you can make me.
We'll make sure you make it to the meeting in time.
Oh, dear.
That's it. I'm breaking his legs.
No, go for the knees.
That's part of the leg.
Legs.
No, like specifically for the knees.
Alright, first up. No, I'm not going to describe that on stream, never mind. Anyway.
St. Jude. Thanks, St. Jude. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Butterflies, chocolate, tea, pineapples.
No, I'm not going to describe. No, I'm just gonna pass on that.
That's a trade secret, Spleen. Oh, this is a nice monastery, though, I will say that.
I think this is a palace.
It might be, actually. You might be right.
I'm pretty sure this is a courtyard.
Well,
the court kind of reminds me of those, like...
standing in is part of the courtyard, yes.
Welcome,
it kind of reminded me a little bit of the, like...
Is this Pino or Pino?
And the goddess of wisdom. Pino... I'm sticking to Pino.
I am Pino Sophis Lois, one of the 12. You look as much of a god as Venti does.
I mean, same color scheme.
Lore dump.
Same energy. Thank you for coming all the way. Oh, please keep still. What do you mean? Could you hold
There's
still
a spider on your shoulder.
No, it's on your face. Let me get it for you.
Are you analyzing me? You're so mysterious. What do you mean? It's the ponytail, isn't it? You're different from any tribe in this city. Of course, from us gods, too. I don't see how I'm so different. I do have two different colored eyes.
Because she's special!
May I ask you a strange question? Where is the place of your oldest memory?
I'm dying.
Technically a cardboard box.
The last thing I remember is leaving this city.